Hey guys, come in. How's it going? How's it going, Matt?
Take a seat.
How's it going, Matt? How's it going, Baran? How are we guys today?
Well, Doc, I'm not going to lie, I've seen better days.
Yeah, I've got this elbow injury that keeps hassling me. It's taking a toll on me mentally and physically, and it is affecting my games and practice.
Okay, why don't you tell me a little bit about your injury and why you have come to seek my help today?
As you know, I'm in my mid-20s. I've been shooting since I could remember. It was not too long ago I dislocated my elbow in a car accident. I stopped training for a little while. My dad, he kept hassling me to keep training as soon as we got home from the hospital, which the doctors and myself didn't think was such a great idea, but he still disagrees. I've always been strong and confident and wanted to make my dad proud. However, lately I've been starting to feel mentally weak, ashamed, and just not living up to his expectations. I've come here today to seek your mental help so that my training and performance can be improved.
Thank you, Matt. Baran, as a father and as his coach, would you believe you're here as well to, I guess, help Matt improve on his performance?
Doc, let me just go ahead and tell you something. I'm here today because my son told me to come, okay? I didn't see any other reason for this, if I'm being truthful.
Okay, Baran, why don't you tell me a little bit about your coaching history?
My coaching history?
Please.
Alright, now, look, Doc, you've got your degrees. Look, I've been coaching before even you were born. I taught myself how to shoot. No one taught me. I didn't have a father that can go in and teach me. I was one of the country's best, if not the best. And now I'm showing how my son how to become just like his old man. Look, I just want him to win the national shooting competition, if I'm being honest.
From what your father has just told me, it feels like he's building a lot of pressure on you. And it seems that he's building his own goals and setting it onto you. Do you wish to accomplish these goals that your father has set out for you?
Well, my dad, he's my coach, he's my role model as well. He's been there from the start. He does always pressure me to do better and better. I do try to my best abilities. I always have. I do credit myself on that. But I think he expects too much from me at this time, especially with my elbow still not 100%. My goals are to improve my overall game and try and win my local shooting competition. And that only starts in 6 months, so it's not too far away. But my dad wants me to aim for state, which I think it's too much to ask for, especially after my injury. But I just don't want to let him down.
So your goals aren't similar to the ones that your father has set you out for?
Nah, we disagree on the goals there.
Is this affecting your training and performance during your game?
Yeah, I do believe so. I think so. There were a few incidents during the games where I felt nervous. My arms were shaking while I was trying to stabilise my gun. My palms were sweaty, knees weak, arms were heavy. I'd vomit on my sweater already, and I think it was my mum's spaghetti. And I choked and missed the shot.
Okay, from what you have just described to me and from my observations, we can conclude that you have a sense of anxiety.
Let's try to understand what anxiety is and how it has impacted you on your training and your goal. First of all, there are 3 components of anxiety that includes cognitive, somatic, and behavioural.
Sorry man, I don't understand. Can you please explain to me and my dad what the difference between the 3 stages of anxiety are?
Alright, so somatic anxiety is the physical symptoms of anxiety, such as butterflies in the stomach. It is commonly contrasted with the cognitive anxiety, which is mental manifestations of anxiety, or specific thought process that occur during anxiety, such as concern or worry.
Right, now, what about behavioural?
Okay, so behavioural component of anxiety, it can involve reduced performance due to the anxiety.
If you're focused on your worries or psychological symptoms, you might find yourself distracted.
Listen here, Doc. I honestly do believe that my son should just improve his game without, worrying all about this, all this mental hibbity-jibbity crap, in all honesty.
Sorry, Baran, I think you underestimate the impact on an athlete if they have poor mental health state.
Yeah, Dad, can you just listen to him? This is his job. This is what he's here to do. Do you want us to improve? Do you want me to improve, or isn't that what you want?
Oh, mate, thank you, God. That's all I wanted you to say.
A good form of minimizing his anxiety levels during performance is to cut out the external persons and problems. This can be done through mental imagery and mental counting.
So I do try and cut out most of my problems when I am shooting. Sometimes it gets really hard with my dad yelling irrelevant and discouraging things from the sideline, as he likes to do.
Is that what you call form? I want you to shoot that target. I want you to shoot that target. I didn't teach you like this. I did not teach you like this. You're useless.
I'd like him to just be happy and proud of me every once in a while. It doesn't even have to be when competing. If you told me even once, just sitting around the house, that he thought that I could make it or win the competition, my confidence would go through the roof.
Thank you, Matt. It is becoming more clearer that your father is one of the main factors as to why you have high anxiety. I'm just going to shift my focus onto Baran now. Now, Baran, you seem to be very controlling towards Matt. Matt seems to be physically capable of shooting the pistol, but you also have to understand it is the mental aspect that is throwing him off his shots.
Oh, alright, well, you tell me, explain why.
Since Matt's recent elbow injury, he would most likely be unable to shoot the way he used to before. You expected him to become a pro shooter straight after his injury. You push him way too hard and way too much.
I'm starting to see this now.
That's good, that's a good sign now. During this session, we can devise a plan on how you can turn your aggression of competitiveness into motivational training to help Matt improve his overall performance.
Right, yeah, no, continue.
So firstly, we will be focusing on you, Baran, and how we can calm your competitive side into more of a motivational approach.
Yeah, I'm willing to do anything to help my son.
As an action plan, Baran, I would like for you to attend yoga classes or listening to calming music before attending practice with Matt.
Well, look, Matt, I don't mean to interrupt, but how will that help me calm down?
Well, recent studies have shown that listening to calming music or attending yoga will help you calm down,
which in turn will give you a less aggressive and competitiveness towards Matt. And also as well as becoming more motivating towards him and to achieve better results for Matt.
Right. Look, Doc, I'll give it a try.
Also, I would like you to pay attention to the point where you wanted Matt to win the national pistol shooting competition. As a coach as well, you have to be realistic of the goals that you set out for Matt.
Sorry, Doc, did you just want to explain more for me?
Let's be honest, there's a very slim chance of Matt winning the national pistol competition in the next few months. Especially in his condition right now. We can have small achievable goals such as winning the next 3 games. From there, set a larger goal, such as winning the next local shooting competition. Don't just leap to the final goal, but have smaller steps that lead towards the bigger one.
Right, yeah, no, I can see where you're coming from now, yeah, what you mean.
Now, Matt, I have certain techniques and actions I would like you to implement before, during, and after shooting practice.
Yeah, definitely. And anything you suggest so I can get back to myself and achieve my goals.
That's great attitude, Matt. The actions I want you to implement incorporates visualization and counting to 5 during your shots. I want you to block out all the noise and negativity and visualize the bullet hitting the target, and then I want you to count to 5 with deep breaths.
Sorry, Doctor, I'm not familiar with these actions. How are they going to help me?
So firstly, by blocking out the negative factors, you'll be able to focus on your accuracy of your shots. Visualizing the shot will also build your inner confidence to achieve that shot and counting to 5 with deep breaths will allow you to control your breathing in your mind.
Wow, that sounds very effective, Doc.
Alright, so I'll see you guys next week for our next session to discuss your progress.
Cheerio.
Thank you.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, no, I agree, yeah.
Thank you, Doc, for all your help.
So I'll see you guys next week for our next session to discuss our progress.